Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, the 10th of September, and our learning intention today, we are learning to use the probability scale to describe the chances of events. So I know that events have different chances, and I can use the probability scale: impossible, unlikely, even chance, likely, and certain. Here is the probability scale, which you can come to at any stage. You can always click on this link. There they all are. All right, remembering what an event is. Event is something that can happen. It could be anything. It could be flipping a coin. It could be walking outside and seeing something. It could be the weather. Those are all different events. I'm going to talk about the word outcomes because I'm going to speak about this word a little bit today. The word outcomes means the way something turns out. Okay, so on this spinner, we're going to use spinners today and also our money from last week. But on this spinner, there are 8 outcomes. Have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 outcomes. Okay, so that's I'll come back to that in a moment, talking about outcomes. So we're going to use spinners, and we're going to go through our probability scale. I'm going to show you some examples. Something that's impossible with this spinner. The spinner will land on purple. There is no purple wedge on this spinner, so this event is impossible. The event of landing on a purple is impossible. It won't happen. What about something that's unlikely? The event, oops, I accidentally wrote that. The spinner will land on a red. That event is unlikely to happen. There's only one wedge there, and there's 8. So there's one outcome, whereas there are 8 outcomes altogether, and 1 in 8 chance is not much. So it's unlikely. It could still happen though, but it's unlikely. What about an even chance? So anything that we can get an even chance on with this one? No, never mind about an even chance for the spinner. But likely, something that's likely. The spinner will land on a green or a blue. That is quite likely because look how many outcomes we have for green and blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there are only 1, 2, 3 that are not green or blue. So there are 5 that are green or blue and 3 that are not. So because there are 5 outcomes out of the 8, it's likely that we're going to land on one of those 2 colors. The spinner will land on the roof. This event is likely to happen. Something that's certain. The spinner will land on a green, red, yellow, or blue. That is certain. Okay, it will happen because that's all the colors. If you spin it, it will land on one of them. So that is certain. Even chance is when you've got two different outcomes. Okay, so if we've got half of the spinner was green and the other half was blue, then it's an even chance. It could land on green, could land on blue. Nothing is more likely than the other. What about with money? What if what are the chances that I will pick a gold coin out of this? Think of your probability scale. Certain, they are all gold. That is certain. Make sure we read all the questions carefully when we see them. What are the chances that I will pick a $1 coin? Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 outcomes altogether, but 4 of those outcomes are $1 coins, and 2 of them are $2 coins. So there's more $1 coins. So it's likely that I'll pick out a dollar coin. Can't say it's certain. Okay, next one. Now what is the chance that they'll pick out a $1 coin? Have a look. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 $1 coins, and 1, 2, 3, 4 $2 coins. This is an example of an even chance. It's an even chance that I'll pick out a dollar. For your task today, with your coins from last week, I want you to take out a random handful and I want you to draw which coins you have in your maths book. So I'm going to show you the next page for a moment. So let's just say I took out a bunch of coins, and these were the coins that I took out. There were 3 $1 coins, 2 $2 coins, 5-cent coin, and a 50-cent coin. I'm going to draw those coins in my maths book. And the task is to write some sentences about the chances of events in your book using the probability scale. All right, so using this group of coins, this was my handful. Using this group of coins, I'm going to write some sentences about it using the probability scale, which is up here. There's a probability scale. You can always come back to that. All right, so something that I could say about this is that it is unlikely that I will pick out a 5-cent coin if I wasn't looking. Very unlikely, because there's only one 5-cent coin there and the rest of them are not 5 cents. It is also unlikely that I'm going to pick out a 50-cent coin. Maybe you can change it up. You can get a few other coins and you can draw a different collection like this. If I had 5 $1 coins, what do you think the chances of me picking out a $1 coin would be? Likely. It is likely that I'll pick out a $1 coin in this now, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 $1 coins, and there are 2 coins that are not $1. Okay, so I want you to write some sentences on your chances of events.